Welcome to the Moor Weekly, the channel where we bring you the latest news around Alhambra High. I'm your co-anchor, Sabrina.
And I'm Sophia, your other co-anchor for today.
First up, our website is now up and running. Due to some technical issues, we were unable to publish our articles online since the beginning of this semester.
But now that we're back online, come check out our new issues and our extensive archives at themoornewspaper.com. That's themoornewspaper.com.
Next up, the Alhambra Civic Center Library has reopened to the public as of yesterday. Following safety protocols, the library requires all of its patrons to wear a face covering and maintain social distancing rules.
Library patrons were also asked to respect a 30-minute time limit and to use their time only for services such as checking out materials, using computers, requesting information, getting a new library card, and printing documents. All other services, including resources for those in need of jobs, will remain accessible online through the Alhambra Library's website.
This is only the start of the library's plan to reopen in phases, ensuring that both of its staff and patrons will remain safe during this pandemic. To stay updated on the library's reopening and learn more about all of these online services that are available at this time, please follow Alhambra Civic Center Library on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Last week, people celebrated Halloween in creative ways that were fun and maintained social distancing. Our reporters asked you and your peers how you celebrated Halloween this year, and here are some of your responses. This is the Moor Spotlight.
The presidential election ended yesterday, but our next president won't be decided just yet. Our reporters wanted to know who you predict the Electoral College will pick to be the next president of the United States. And your responses are featured here in another Moor Spotlight.
Hi, my name is Lizzie Hahn, and I think Joe Biden has a good chance of winning this year's election because a lot of red states are possibly voting blue and the polls are in his favor.
I hope and predict that our newly elected president will be Joe Biden.
I think that Joe Biden will be winning the 2020 presidential election. However, studies have shown that people who are voting red are more likely to vote in person, while people voting blue are more likely to vote through absentee ballot, which means tonight when votes are being counted, President Trump may be declared the president for the next 4 years. However, when absentee ballots start to roll in and votes start to be counted, Joe Biden will hopefully be our president.
We also produced a special edition coverage on the 2020 presidential election, where we discussed the outcomes of the popular election and recent developments about the presidential candidates. Please check it out on our channel.
While remaining at home, some may find that they have enough time on their hands to learn a new skill. Get into the spirit of autumn with a DIY fall decoration on Stitches and Fixes with Serena.
Hi guys, my name is Serena and today you're going to learn how to make an owl doll.
All I've done is get the pattern cloth, I've folded it in half, and then I'm gonna start sewing about a centimeter away from the top. I'm going down the curved side, about a quarter of the way down. Once you get to a quarter of the way down, you flip it open, make sure you don't tear out your own stitches, and you put the plain cloth over the open spot to make sure it fits. If it does, then you can continue sewing from where you left off on one side. It doesn't really matter which side, both works. But anyways, just sew down on one side until you get about a centimeter from the bottom, secure it, and then you're going to get a new thread and do the exact same thing on the other side. This is a good time to mention that this entire project took me about 2 hours because 1, I don't actually know how to sew, so that was a lot of trial and error. 2, because I spent like about 30 minutes each time trying to thread the needle, and it was just so hard. But anyways, it's okay, you keep sewing down, flip it inside out, it should look like that, and now you're gonna stuff it. So as a general rule, whenever you feel like you are done stuffing it, it's not right. Don't listen to that feeling. Keep stuffing it. Now check to make sure you like how your owl looks, and if you do, then you can start sewing along the bottom. Sew it just a straight line across, a centimeter from the bottom. If you left the space you were supposed to, it should be super easy. Once you're done with that, don't secure it, stuff it some more, and then pull the thread and the needle, don't hurt yourself, and do that until it closes. It shouldn't be pretty, but don't worry, it's not supposed to be. And sew around the nub that you're left with. Make sure it's super secure. Like I said, it doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to stay in place. Now you can start sewing your beak in place. All you have to do is make maybe 1 or 2 stitches. You should have a little trouble getting the needle through. If you don't have trouble, then one, that either means you may have not stuffed it enough, or 2, I don't know, maybe you're just a lot stronger than I am. Anyways, yeah, keep doing that, and then hot glue your eyes onto your owl. As for the feet, you just take a piece of felt paper, you cut it into a circle, you glue that circle onto your owl, and then you cut it into the shape of little triangles that poke out from under your owl. Anyways, that's all. That should be it, and you're done with your owl.
That concludes our show for today. Thank you for watching.
Remember to follow us on our Instagram at Moor Weekly for more updates, and stay tuned for new videos. Go Moors!